Hey guys, what's up? It's John Keegan, The Awakened Lifestyle. I want to talk to you today about one of the most important things in so many of your guys' lives. How to not be boring as fuck. How to just not bore the shit out of people. How to not be boring on a date. In fact, I knew a guy once who was so boring that when he would talk, he was literally, I could visually see him boring himself, and he knew it. And he didn't know how to escape it. It was painful. So it kind of sounds funny, not how to not be boring as fuck, but it has to be that blunt, because when you're boring, man. Nobody wants to fucking talk to it. They're just like, and it kills your dates. It's a date killer. Now, that doesn't mean you're a boring spirit or you're a boring, really, really boring, but it means you're not expressing yourself in a way that's engaging and pulling women in, or other people in general. And it's so important to be engaging, to pull in, because that's the whole point. That's what seduction is. To seduce is to engage, to bring in. So I really want you to learn this little technique I'm going to give you now. Well, first, before the technique, what I want to share with you is how to not be boring as fuck. So how to not be boring as fuck is very simple. First, you have to become interesting and interested. So let's break it down. How do you become interesting? Well, all you have to do is have interests and passions in your life. That's all you have to do. And you probably already do. And if you don't have them, then you probably are feeling very depressed. And because we're meant to keep expanding and growing. And the way we do that is by focusing on things we're enthusiastically interested and passionate about. So get on those things if you're not there now. Or do what I'm about to tell you, so you can remind yourself things you love and like. So, interesting. Make a list of your, write it down. It's good to write with pen. Make a list of your interests and passions. And, for example, I love going to organic smoothie bars. I love going to meditate and do yoga. I just love walking. I love going into a foreign city like I'm in now, Mexico City. And I love walking and exploring the neighborhood and meeting new people and chatting them up, and perhaps adventures will unfold. I love pure, clean food. I love the sun. I love being in warm weather. I love writing. Well, I am good at writing, but I won't say that I love it. I like making these videos. I like sharing information with people, connecting with them. I just love that feeling of, hey, I've got something to share. Someone else wants to listen to me, and maybe it'll really, influence them in a really powerful way, which would be my ultimate, passion, really. So I love to travel. I love, when I drink, which isn't very often, I do love a full-bodied glass of red wine, like with the one that's really dry, when it's like dry, it kind of burns the back of your brain, and then you just feel like, oh, I don't know why I'm not drinking all day, every day. It's like that. So, where I really love jasmine tea. I just love it, man. You smell of it just opens me up. Really makes me feel optimistic. I love going to art galleries and museums, and I get inspired. I love listening to all different kinds of music. Of course, I could listen to the Rolling Stones all day, every day. And then I also get into some good chanting music, which gets my brain in an upward spiral, or cuts through all my thoughts. So just talking about some interests and passions. I love style, but I mean, not like a fashionista, but I have my own unique style and expressing myself, and I just have a knack for it. I've been really getting into sneakers, I know there's a lot of sneakerheads out there, but I've been getting into it. I mean, it's like a cheap thrill. You can get like a brand new cool pair of sneakers for 150 bucks. I love it. Yeah, so there's so many things I love, and I could keep going on and on and on. I'm very passionate about the book I'm writing. It's a lot more labor and work than I would have thought. I'm passionate about my upcoming video course. I'm passionate about the course I just launched, Art of the Flow. I'm passionate about women. I've always loved connecting with women. Always loved having new experiences with women. I'm passionate about my friends, my relationships. I have great friends. I've amassed over the years incredible friends. I mean, it's so important. So, and if you don't have incredible friends, go meet some based on your interests and passions and based also, guys, on your value system. So what are my values? I value authenticity, genuineness, always have, always will. When I see it in someone else, I want to help them remove any disingenuous behavior, but that's only if they want it to be removed, or I just don't want to be around them. I value integrity, inside of all your things, in the food, in my relationships, in the way I do things. I value freedom above all else. I really value freedom above money, above about anything. I just love being free. I value ease. I like ease in my life, in my relationships, in my friendships, in my work life. I like ease. When I'm not easy, it's not fun. So these are some of my values. Also, I would say I like spiritual things, like Zen, learning to be really now, to tap into worlds beyond my mind, to bring in the powers of infinite intelligence to flow through me. There's some things I could talk about all day, so I'm just rambling, but you see what I'm saying? I want you to be able to ramble like that based on the core of who you are. Okay, so that's where you start by being an interesting person. Okay? Then you go into being interested. Interested is the magic formula. Interested, that is the energy of curiosity. Whoa. Real curiosity, not what should I say, what's the right question to ask. This is how Mr. Boring as fuck sounds. What should I say? What's the right question to ask? Should I ask her this question now? Now I will ask another question. And now I will ask another question because I think this is how people connect. No, you have to be genuinely curious. You want to know that person. You want to know them. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be like this. You can be cool and chill like this and be curious. And just, some of that is questions, and a lot of it's observations, like learning about them. You want to learn about them because this is someone you could be potentially hanging out with a lot more. So you want to learn. You want to get to know them. So what are you curious about? Like, what would you be curious about in a woman that you would want to hang out with? Is she a great listener? What does she love to do for fun? Is she also into things I'm into, like I'm into health stuff? Is she open-minded? Is she a spiritual person? These are things I would want to know. Is she optimistic? Is she easy? Is she going to be a constant drama and keep fucking my day up every day? I don't want that, I'd rather be alone, honestly. It's so much more fun to be alone when you like yourself than hang out with someone who's disrupting you all day. So, does she like to travel? Is she cool? Is she down to go travel? And would she, again, would she be easy to travel with? Is she a diva? Is she high maintenance, emotionally or financially? These are things I want to know, right? But also just genuinely curious would just be like, hey, I just want to know who she is, not even in relation to me. Not even because it has to do with me, but because I want to know who this person is, and I want to find out about her. And the more she talks and the more she opens up, the more she'll be revealing and sharing about herself. The more she'll be you know, like maybe we're excited and enthusiastic talking about dance or ballet, and you're like, wow, tell me more about that. Well, and that's so cool, and I can then relate it back to myself when I was an actor, and then we can get into it. Okay, one other thing is so the way out of the question trap. Well, this is really another video, the way out of the question trap. So I'm going to come back to that one. But the way out of the question trap, in short, is to make statements. To make observational statements. For example, where are you from? You could, notice about the way they talk or the way they move or their accent. That maybe you could guess that they're from like some chill place like California instead of saying where you're from. You see? So that's a whole other video, but that is the way out of being boring as fuck and making statements and not questions. So another idea, I guess I'll add it in this video. Another idea would be like, so, wow, instead of saying, why do you move your hands so much? Which some guy who asks too many questions would and doesn't know how to not be boring as fuck. You'd say, why do you move your hands so much when you talk? You might say, wow, I noticed you move your hands a lot when you talk. You must be a really creative person. Right? Is that true? Yeah, I am very creative. I'm very expressive. Oh, cool. Yeah. So now I'm listening, present, and then I'm curious and connecting, and I'm not annoying. Or wow, I noticed when you talk, you really talk with a lot of like optimistic words. You really seem like you're an optimistic person, aren't you? You really see this bright side of life. Yeah, I really do try to do that. Because it just feels so bad to look at it the other way, or whatever. So and that's obviously the kind of woman I want to hang out with, someone who's ever expanding, And if I notice that about her, I'll say that to her. Now I'm connecting in with her. Hey, wow, I really like how you're open-minded and you're ever expanding. I really enjoy that. It's the kind of person I want to hang out with. Alright guys, this is John Keegan, The Awakened Lifestyle. This is your guide to how to not be boring as fuck, right? No, don't do it. Okay, John Keegan, Awakened Lifestyle. Check me out. Leave comments down below. Add your experiences, your thoughts, how to not be boring, your ways to be interesting. Thank you. Love you.